at all. I need some help and suggestion for my YouTube channel. I feel like my content appeals towards negative, honest, etc. Want to go through the ringer with that? Nah, fuck no, bro. You gotta pay me for that. Fucking YouTube advice? Bro, that's like actual money involved.
Dojima must be. Go take care of some business. Go ahead and eat without.
I do feel mean for saying that after thinking, but it's true, right? It's true. I'm not anyone's friend here, right? You guys aren't my friends. It's just a matter of like parasocial relationship. But yeah, I mean, sorry, brother. Sorry. You know, game is game. You know, I can't just be giving out sauce for free. I mean, I guess I can, but most people who do give away stuff for free, there's something that comes along with it. Does that make any sense? You know, it's never free. Everyone knows that. I don't know how late I'll be, Nanako. Help him out, okay? Okay. Let's see. I have a few more things for the end of the live stream. We'll just read a little bit of this. What if you just give out sauce for once? 25 people, lol. No harm will be done. It's not that no harm will be done, but it's disrespectful for the clients that have paid for money. Does that make sense? School, I think I can be rich. I put my mind to it. Brother, if you haven't even like had the ball rolling, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're one of those idiots that think you can just drop out because everyone else drops out. The reason why I dropped out was because, you know, I had a little bit of something going on YouTube, but more or less I was like a really good student. So my story is completely different than everyone else. I wasn't failing in school. I knew it wasn't like the whole thing was like, oh, it wasn't for me. I was pretty good at my job. Remember, how do I get a girlfriend? Status, money, looks. You need status, money, looks. You're probably missing all three. It's not about how awesome you talk. It's about how good looking you are, your status, and how much money you got. I think performative, some people just ran out of options doing the same shit on repeat. A lot of things are performative. A lot of things. Right now, I'm being performative, right? You guys typing is performative, right? Being performative goes very deep. You just don't understand it yet. Being human is performative. Exactly. Producer Queso gets it. Being human is performative, working jobs I don't like and making kids who don't want to visit you. What the fuck? Working jobs is performative. Like talking to another human is performative. There's no way you can escape that, right? Hanging out with parents, you're being the son, right? Hanging out with friends, you're playing the role of a friend. Hanging out with chicks, depending on the chick, you're playing the role of someone that you went to college. You've been way more performative than I would ever hope to be. I hate to break it to you, man. You're not gonna be me. You know, I hate to break it to you. You're not gonna make it, bro. You're not the genius you think you are. You're gonna fail, and you're going to be humbled. And I wonder what rage bait and emotions I brought out of that person when I said that. He's like, what? No. He's like deleting his fucking essay right now after I said that. Besides making vids for no money, did you go through anything hard to get to the stability you have right now on YouTube or in search of success? Here's the real answer, okay? Difficulty is self-harm. Real shit, okay? Difficulty is as hard as you make it out to be. Real stuff, okay? I have went through life, and I know for a fact, depending on the person, it would be absolutely treacherous and torturous, but for me, it was completely normal because of my pure perspective, right? So I'll give you guys an example, right? You guys cannot even live this lifestyle, but I was a full-time STEM major, okay? Again, coding class, blah, 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 business major, blah, 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 and then add a job as a private tutor that required a bachelor's degree, okay? So job, college student full-time, STEM major. So that itself is like already enough. And then I had a marketing internship with an AI company at the same time. And then on top of that, all right, I was pursuing YouTube. On top of that, I was at the gym consistently. And then on top of that, I had a fucking girlfriend. So imagine juggling all those things. I know for a fact, a lot of people are like, oh my God, my life is so hard. My life is pretty chill back then. I'll be honest. You know, it was pretty chill. It was not hard. And everything's self-inflicted. Maybe I'm not as autistic as I think I am. Your life is pretty chill, so yeah, can't speak for me. You haven't had the adversity I've had. Oh my God, bro. Holy shit. This guy's a headache to read. Yeah, I'm banning you. I'm not even kidding. By the way, you've done nothing wrong to be banned, but that's how I operate with you've real done life. Nothing wrong to be banned. If I don't like you, I just ban you. Real stuff, right? Holy shit. Yeah, I guess, right? You've never experienced my hardships either, you know? But yeah, I mean, dude, people like that are fucking exhausting to hang out with. They're like, oh man, oh, your life is so great, Rambo. Oh my God. It's like, oh my God. Like they're they're just projecting. It's so weak and pathetic. It's gross.
Hey guys, I don't want to make negative videos or, shit about negative connotations to it. This video kind of got me out of the gutter of, just sitting down and not really processing and like thinking. Because I've been blank-minded, just on YouTube shorts like anybody, any normal person. And, a little over 100 views or like 30 or 50, I don't get much attention. So like, when you make videos about, creators who are so much bigger than you. First was Steelovsky, about Elden Ring, which what isn't even really a serious discussion. But this discussion was like really real because, first and foremost, it wasn't about a game. Second, it wasn't just about attention or shitting on someone or comparing them about how they play. Which is kind of just, a big attention bait, just me. Like, no, this is kind of like personal, and like, when someone kind of dismisses, like, how much adversity you've had in your life, it's like, it's kind of funny, because it's like, dude, you're flexing, you're flaunting about all the shit you've had, you have had a girlfriend, you've been working out. Like, dude, well, first of all, you don't even look like you work out. I don't even really think that's important to really address, but like, you're saying all this shit, and then you're like saying like how you've went through a hard time because you're like, I don't know what you've been through. That's true, I don't. But what I can tell you is that I've had much more adversity, and especially in the situation that I am in, where I'm currently living in a trailer home, and I'm moving out, and I'm moving all my shit out, and my mom's literally relying on fucking food stamps. My dad too. My dad literally shakes because he has fucking Parkinson's, and like everyone's medically diagnosed. And my sister, is hanging out with friends who are, having sex, doing drugs, doing alcohol, and doing all this stupid other shit. So it's like, dude, don't try to like even fucking bring my struggle up because you don't know anything about me. You dismissed me instantly as soon as I was in that stream. The only reason I really went to your stream is because there wasn't that much people to talk to in the first place. I wanted to talk to you on Discord and have like an actual call because I was like thinking, oh, this guy's videos are really good. This guy Rambo, like, oh, he makes, these philosophical videos, and he makes like analogies about like fucking people, like Most Critical, like, IShowSpeed, like all these guys, like any creator really that he makes videos about, and he makes like videos that, talking about how like philosophers and shit, and how like, they do things that make them successful and make them liked, and they actually think in ways that are better than, the majority of the crowd, when this guy's the majority of the crowd himself. It's not only that, it's like, this guy, he says he doesn't owe anything, which you don't owe anything, that's true, so I don't know why you have a big supportive fan base. Especially like that large majority of the crowd is the people that watch you. Wouldn't you think that? And those people, were even going against me, and it feels like the same shit, where I'm having like the same reception of like going against a way bigger creator and then dissing them, and then them kind of just like coming back at me with fuel, and then it's like, oh shit. So they're just gonna dismiss like any part of the argument I have, call it a butyral, or call it like me just yapping or saying loud shit, and it's like, dude, if you don't even want to like get yourself like a part of the argument and like actually fucking listen and digest the shit I'm saying, and then like actually break it down, then it doesn't matter. Like if you're making fun of shit and then pausing it every moment, or you're commenting in between what I'm saying, then of course you're not going to understand a single thing I'm saying. So yeah, it's just funny. He's like, oh, I'm never going to be like him or anything. Like, I don't want to be like you, dude. I thought it was weird, me being black, me being a quarter Latino and being half white and all this shit, dealing with racism, and then dealing with also being neurodivergent in fucking school, and then dropping out of high school because I kept getting in legal trouble over shit. I could show a fucking comment section with me arguing, me having a really like tough time, which I didn't delete and is still public now, literally after this video that I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna literally put it around, it's like, dude, do you know how much I'm struggling? Do you know how much the people that I've had like around me suffer too, and that comes to me, that literally leaches to me. So of course, you know, I've had a negative outlook on life, but I don't let that excuse, you know, for me, I'm kind of jumbling my words because it's, you know, hard to say, hard to come up with even a thought, how like retarded people like this are. Like, dude, you have like a Buddhist mindset or whatever, so you said that's what you're predisposed to, and then you're Asian, but you're American. Like, you know, I thought I was the outlier, but maybe this guy is. And if this is the 2026 like content, this is what modern society wants to view, and this is what people are gonna push, this sort of agenda, and people shit on other people, and people make fucking sex jokes, and then the kids and like the demographics and everyone, and all this technology, all this AI, everyone's like devolving and eating into this shit, and it's just getting worse. Society is just getting worse and worse. That's why people shit on the generations. That's why people, you know, make jokes. And we're making jokes about Epstein, you know, Epstein's Island predators and all this shit. I don't even want to fucking go to the former argument I was talking about. Fuck the creator, fuck him, because he, you know, just sideline out of my fucking way. You know, that's the way. Also, speaking of niche content, you don't even know what niche content is. Niche content is doing something regardless of what people think, or regardless of what people say against you, regardless of, you're blank-minded when you go to make niche content. But the content you make is just comparing philosophers to very high famous people, and very known people, and people that you say that you don't give a fuck about. So when you're making topics about people you don't give a shit about, and then comparing them, and then using them as a sort of like drive for your content, that isn't niche content. That's literally just you using other people's fucking faces for attention baiting. You're not even going to be mentioned on the thumbnail of this video, but that's niche content, okay? I'm the one who makes niche content. I make very like unorthodox, very myself-centered shit, and that's why I don't get as nearly as half the attention as you get. But I know that will grow, and I know I'll grow like a cult fan base that are actual niche fans, and not a bunch of people with, you know, that same mindset, you know, especially with the way, you know, your stream and like everyone is like fucking talking, and like the environment around that, like, yeah, dude, that's pretty shitty. They're gonna be keeping asking you stupid questions, and that's all the reception I'll get. So I honestly wish you good luck, dude. Yeah, and it's not true that everything's performative. That's I don't know what type of lie that is to whatever kind of mixed like interracial or whatever the fuck was going on in your family, and that they told you about Buddhism and whatever type of religion you said you're agnostic or whatever the fuck that means. Like you're basically the same thing as saying you're an atheist, but like you're an atheist who doesn't fully. I don't even know what the fuck you would define yourself as. You're not even. You're probably the weirdest fucking person I know. It's like no center of like even morally. You don't even know morally like where the fuck you are. So, yeah. So if you want to talk about straight up being performative, what I'm doing right now isn't as performative as what you're doing. Like the examples you're saying were performative were completely taken out of context and taken out of what I was saying. Me saying not everything is performative is the truth of the matter of fact. You can't say every concept is performative. That's not how it works. Like, but what are we doing? We just using arguments, and then we're redefining. We're just like going off a fucking whole entire fucking bend off of like one thing I say. Fucking insane, dude. Literally, there's fucking a comment after that, and then fucking people just like turning into a fucking riot after that. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Yeah, I feel like this is a notion that people are gonna really take as like, what I say, this is something I say. Embrace selfishness. That's something I feel like I'm gonna have to do, because so much of these people are just, why even care about what someone says if they're just gonna fucking shove away like instantly what you say? It's literally exactly as being fucking thrown out of society, and it's like, then this person, you know, there's so much arguments that, you know, I could make, and I could fucking go on hours about other shit and other problems I have, but I just want to use this as like more of like a positive like motivation time to actually, you know, go forward with my content, and that I shouldn't need to be motivated through negative shit to actually be pushed to make content. You know, currently when I'm literally moving out of my house right now, currently, and I'm taking all my shit out, and I'm gonna move in, I'm gonna get into fucking the city, so I can actually fucking start my life, you know, get an outside door job, like, you know, comments are saying, and, you know, actually get this shit figured out, because, you know, you just let these people, you know, that press against what you want, and that, you know, call you delusional and call you all this other shit. I want you to do that, because now you're adding fuel to me. You're making me motivated to actually do shit more. So thank you. So keep saying, you know, dumb shit. You know, you're not genuine fans. You don't care about your fans. I don't even know if your fans care about you. I don't even know, like, what type of fan base you have. You don't have a genuine fan base. I know that. I don't even know what type of fan base I have. It isn't created from. It was mostly an attention span thing that only came from across 2 videos, and then both my other videos, you know, no one's really talking about. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say this time. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If anyone actually, like, sees what side of the argument, you know, I'm trying to fucking bring down, because it's like really, like, this shit has been bothering me. And I think it bothered him even more that he said I didn't do anything wrong, and then he continued to fucking throw me off the stream. Like, I think that got into your head for you to go to banning me. You know, that's pretty fucking sensitive. That's pretty oversensitive on your part, so, on your end, and everything you're doing. So, you know, hope you get more successful, I guess. I don't really care. Like, you're not gonna be more successful than me, because I'm a way more nuanced individual in general. I'm way better in general. I'm more entertaining in general. Even with all this, like, cookie cutter fucking shit I have, and with this shitty mic and all this shit that, you know, people fucking criticize and people make fun of, it's entertaining and it brings attention. It just brings more attention. So I'm gonna keep using all these dirty, underhanded tactics, and with barely any of the technology I have and all this leverage I don't have, I'm just gonna keep going through the ringer and all this other shit. So yeah, thank you Rambo, for, you know, being an absolute fucking part of why society is feeling like shit right now. Because, you know, when they say, like, easy times make, you know, easy people, and then hard times make hard people, it's like, dude, is everyone in a hard time while it's being easy? Like, yeah, I don't understand these people fucking negative over shit. Like, if you're in a rut, then I'm literally the biggest embodiment of what a rut is like. So I can for sure say, like, compared to you nearly having 100,000 subscribers, and you said on the same stream you didn't even care either. Like, seriously? Like you don't care about anything that's given to you. You don't deserve anything that's given to you. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Cross it, dude. You know, fuck you, dude. You know, yeah, you're fucking, yeah. Suck my dick, dude. Yeah. Good night, guys.